One, two, three.
Cheers. Yes! Cheers.
Oh.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That's sweet.
It's very sweet. We're going to wake up
with the worst hangover of my
hangovers.
entire life. Yeah.
I wish I knew what they say. I feel like she's like, how are my boobs? How are the boobs?
What are you talking about?
I just feel like we're serving the house down.
What are you talking about?
JWoww, what are you saying? Jenny, what are you saying?
I thought that this was just like how you wanted to start. Oh my God! Where is it?
Joe, if that comes to you, that's going to be the thing that kills me, Joe. That's going to be the thing that kills me, Joe.
Where is it? Where is it? I can't see your eyes.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my wig fell off. Get the zapper. Get the zapper. Joe, don't come near me with that thing.
You look nothing like Snooki.
I think it's not about looking like Snooki. It's about embodying her presence. And I'd say I embody her pretty well.
You're right. The wig is just insane.
The wig is an Amy Winehouse wig. I really like... The thing is about looking for a Snooki wig, you like really can't find one. But then I realized like I should have just got a regular wig and did a bouffant.
Yeah, I mean the wig. I wish audiences could see what the wig looked like before I intervened, because it was a Katy Perry wig. It was a Katy Perry wig.
I honestly, what if I switched it up on you and was Katy Perry?
And then who am I? Just some bitch? You're serving Beau. You're kind of serving Beau.
I am. Well, I am.
Does Snooki wear bows?
Snooki like sometimes wears a bow like on her little bump. But today I had to wear the bow because like it needed to hold in the second wig that's also on top of my head.
Right, the wiglet.
Good children. We are taking you to the Jersey Shore today. Get crazy, get wild, get funny. See, like, I don't know the words.
I never watched this show.
I did, and like it was definitely a part of my high school experience, but I definitely have lost sight of like what it feels like to be a Jersey Shore watcher.
It was a bad influence on Italian American youth, according to my parents.
Well, absolutely. It painted us in a really horrible light.
And that's why you drank Four Loko as a teenager.
That's why I drank Four Loko, because all the cool people were doing it.
And now we're doing it. I want to drink this in record speed.
Okay, you want to get like really, really drunk right now?
Yeah, I want us to chug for 10 seconds before we do the intro.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Oh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Good Children, the podcast. Your hosts, Joe Hegyes
and Andrew Muscarella,
reflect on our 22 years of friendship.
Growing up in the late 2000s, early 2010s.
And all of the nostalgia,
trauma,
and trips to the shore that come along with it.
I will say that I feel like we've said this before, but this outfit, this costume is really putting into perspective, like, who we are, what we do, what we stand for.
And we stand for just bullshit.
Bullshit, stupid,
dumb
humor.
We are the dumbest people I know.
Yeah, but like the thing is about being the dumbest people you know, like that's kind of the smartest move.
If nothing can be known, stupidity is holy.
Yeah, because we're smart. We're very, very smart.
Yeah.
Like, but
and
it's
like
better
you
to
majored in finance, and look at you now. And
I can speak more than some of these people that have stayed in finance. Like, yeah. Look at me.
You can speak more, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely speaking a lot. They probably could pay for a little bit more.
Right.
But you know what? Let's see who's talking in 2 years.
Let's see who's talking.
Well, I'm probably going to have to make a few calls to get someone to get me out of
prison.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Today, I think we're just talking about I mean, it's our second Halloween episode. We're going to be talking parties. We're going to be talking, I guess, Jersey Shore, Italian American culture. We're going to be talking boom boom rooms. We're going to be talking.
I would love to talk boom boom rooms.
I would love to talk.
In college, was there like a boom boom room scenario where you ever like, was there like a lot of like sex happening like in rooms?
In whose room?
Not yours.
Not my room.
Well, is there sex happening in your room that you weren't having?
No, there was no sex happening with any of my roommates. Actually,
I was gonna say that's not true.
John, if you are listening, there was a few sexcapades that happened in our room. John, listen, John was the one that opened my eyes to being gay, which is really great in that setting, but he also gave me the advice of using a vaginal douche. So
some people fleet. I learned. Some people fleet.
What the hell does that mean?
I feel like Jersey Shore. I got, what was it, like 2009? We're freshmen in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Could have killed me, and I'm sure it killed some people.
Oh, it became the culture. Why do you think eyebrows were getting done?
Was it Jersey Shore?
Yeah, 100%. Those men had waxed eyebrows.
Is that why you had those crazy eyebrows in 2019?
You know what? I recently saw a good amount of people from high school this past weekend. Eyebrows
wax
done.
Wax to the gods.
Wax to the gods still.
It's Long Island culture.
It is Long Island couture.
It's like crazy. Like, it's straighter to have your eyebrows waxed now than to have them like natural.
Because
right?
like to have them natural, I feel like you're kind of giving model. To have them done, it's like you're ready for Sunday sauce.
Are you ready for Sunday sauce?
Yeah, Sunday sauce. Were you ever? You never were big into tanning.
Yeah.
And I can tell you're very big into laundry.
Silence on the gym.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to speak up on your gym.
I go to the gym.
You go to the gym. You go to the gym.
GTL, getting those loads.
Getting those loads.
Gym.
Gym. Tan. Laundry.
I love laundry.
I think I just gym.
You just gym. I laundry and occasionally tan.
Yeah. The thing is,
have you ever been in a tanning bed?
Once, and I thought I was gonna genuinely die.
Final Destination.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I will never be able to process why people put themselves in that
tanning bed?
hot bed. You barely can breathe.
I did it one time as well.
You just have like a peek and open a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little scary.
It's very scary.
And again, you've seen the Final Destination scene, right?
Yeah, I've
trapped in the tanning bed.
Yeah, and people are still going in tanning beds.
Well, listen, people are still driving cars. People are still flying in planes. I think that like the cultural obsession with tanning, and I wish I had done research because I'm sure it could become really intersectional and speak on like race and class, etc.
Yes, absolutely.
But just in the most generic way, like Long Island's obsession. I feel like like Jersey for sure. Obviously, we're speaking to Jersey. The obsession with being tan was, it was genuinely like deadly.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine how much melanoma popped off in a tanning booth.
Welcome to the stage,
Melanoma popping off.
Popping off. Yeah, it really is like no one really cared about their skincare in that sense. You could be
skincare did not fucking matter.
You could be moisturizing that face. You could be cleansing those pores. But you step foot in that tanning bed and all goes to shit. Then it becomes spray tan.
Well,
and we know me. We know me in a spray tan.
What does that mean?
It's just like I don't belong being tan.
Neither of us sit right with a spray tan, and we've tried it. A few times.
I looked like an Oompa Loompa
was our
reincarnate.
First spray tan when we went to my sister's law school graduation.
Yeah, why did we do that? Why did we do that? For your sister's law school graduation?
We went spray tanning.
We were like, yeah, we're going to get it done.
And we did. And we looked terrible. It's raining.
Man, hallelujah, it's raining, man.
Those tanning salons had a chokehold on society, and it had a chokehold on us. And you know what I said? I'm not going with the lightest shade.
No, I have to go with the medium.
Hit me with medium.
Look at us. Medium?
You're going to put medium tan on this white pasty skin?
It is just the audacity.
Who we thought we were. And they were like, keep it. And the thing is with the spray tan.
You gotta sleep in it.
You like to... Do you sleep in it?
Well, no, maybe not. It's just for like 8 hours.
I sit in it, and then it's like you shower
and you stink,
and then when you shower
and the whole thing goes down the drain.
Off, and you're like, what's the point?
What did I pay for? And then you don't, because tan dysmorphia. Remember that? I doubt you know this, but like and that's not a slight to you.
No, I know.
On TikTok a few months ago, there was like this trend of like these white girls with blonde hair and like perfect white teeth being like, this filter is curing my tan dysmorphia. Like, I literally look so different when I use this filter, because it was like a pale filter, and then they would like take off the pale filter and be their actual skin tone, and it was the birth of tan dysmorphia.
The birth of tan dysmorphia.
Everything is dysmorphic at this point.
Well, I mean, like we'll be talking about
name a few dysmorphias you have.
Body.
Check. Would you say almost penile?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would consider that body. But if we want to do body, you want to do penis dysmorphia. You want to do like, I would say I have like intelligence dysmorphia. My boobs, my bubs.
Yeah.
My love handles, my inner thigh fat, my arms, my hands for sure, especially my fingers. Probably my pinky toenails, and then like probably a few things on the ass.
There's a few things on the ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I guess I would. Should I list?
Yeah, I mean, as we're here now.
I would say I have. Well, it's difficult to say what's dysmorphia and what's just the cold hard truth about my body. You know what I mean? Sometimes my body dysmorphia is working for me.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? It is like, no, you actually look really good.
Yes.
Like, it is like, you actually look like you have the body of a Greek god. Mm-hmm. And then I catch myself from the wrong angle. And then I say, you've been lying? This bitch has been lying to me this whole time?
Yep.
I think that is when body dysmorphia actually kicks in.
Yes.
But you can use it to your advantage.
Always. I feel like now especially, like, I'm not as dysmorphic now as I used to be. I think that's because we're constantly talking about our dysmorphia on this podcast. But I think that, like, I've learned to embrace the parts that I've been dysmorphic about.
For sure.
This chest, now when I walk, I bounce these tits.
You're Beyonce on stage.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, whoa. Oh, my boof. My boofing.
You're like Snooki and Hagrid's like fucked up kid. I feel like Jeffree Star.
Yeah, it is kind of giving Jeffree Star. I will say that, like, speaking of dysmorphia in terms of like
Halloween,
Jersey Shore,
yeah,
those men were giving me dysmorphia, but not in a way that I wanted to necessarily look like them.
Did you want to be them or be in them?
I think I wanted to be them. I don't think any of them were cute, and maybe that was just my.
But
well, besides Vinny,
we were being duped. We were being duped and tricked. Like the culture was like being pro Pauly D,
which like because he was sweet.
Was he sweet?
Yeah, he was genuinely like a nice guy.
He gave a salamander in the face.
You think he? Yeah, he does kind of. Well, the hair was definitely something else. Like I've never seen that hair until I saw Jersey Shore.
I have. How are you doing on your 4 Loko?
I would say I'm about 1/4 of the way done on my 4 Loko.
Oh, I'm like halfway done.
I just can't even believe that these still exist.
I need you to keep up.
Well, the thing is, Joe, let's think about it this way. You have 12%, mine's 13.9. I'm gonna be naked on the Patreon, and I'm so scared.
Well, what else is new? In terms of Halloween and partying.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any traumatic experiences? Anything crazy happen with a Halloween party?
I will say, there was only one party that I specifically remember, and it was college.
Mm-hmm.
It was college. Was I home?
Yeah, I was there, and I never went to Loyola.
Where the hell was this party happening?
Was it not at like house?
Oh yeah, it was. Okay. So the thing is, I wasn't a big drinker in high school, but in college, I was binging.
To heal something, to heal a wound.
To heal a wound.
Do you think it was like because you were gay? Like, were you drinking a lot because you like couldn't face the truth?
I honestly think it was more because of what I looked like.
Oh.
And how I felt.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I mean, like, listen, we get serious, we get deep, we get dark. So I'm at house and Joe is there, which is crazy that you came. The thing about like anywhere else that's not New York is I was drinking Burnett's.
Peach Burnett's?
Peach Burnett's.
Yeah.
Here, New York was not like a Burnett's place.
No, but Baltimore feels Burnett-y.
Baltimore's name should just be Burnett. Because
Wait,
which
a
Burnett?
Beautiful name for a baby.
Wait.
A baby girl, Burnett.
And that's amazing. It kind of like runs in the family. Like my sister's
Burnett,
Annette.
yeah.
Like Burnett. Oh my God, that's kind
Yeah.
of beautiful. Brunette, celery, and olive. I
And
only want 3
Ella
girls.
and Della.
Ella, and Della.
Me and Andrew have been watching Naked Attraction.
Yes.
On HBO Max, which
Yep.
is the show where they like slowly reveal like the contestants' dicks.
Yeah.
And then like asses and then
Yeah.
bodies. It's so fucked up. But we learned that men with smaller balls are better fathers.
So, this is for all of you out there who are thinking, my partner has small balls.
Good news.
Let me tell you, he's going to be an amazing father. He's going to be the best father to your kids. So, instead of looking at those small balls and saying, I wish they were bigger balls, you just say, I'm going to have an extra kid. Back
Okay,
to the
so,
party.
Yeah, we're at the party. It's not
So-
peach Burnett's. What was it again? What were we drinking?
I think, what's the pinnacle? Obviously.
Oh my god, yeah. Jesus
Da,
Christ.
da, 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 da.
In every flavor.
But okay, I was on like a peach kick, but this time like I think it was Swedish fish.
Yeah.
What the fuck was up with that Swedish fish shit? Was it the cotton candy?
No, I was drinking the whip.
The whip. It's
Yeah.
the whip.
Yeah.
Now watch me whip. I'm somebody who takes secret shots, so I'm taking secret shots in the corner. Again, it's people that I know, so like I'm not gonna hook up with anyone. Like that's not my vibe.
And you'd be hooking up with a woman. No.
I would be hooking up with a woman, and like I can like buddy up with a woman. Like I can like play the part. I'm an actor. All
Girl,
of a
the
sudden,
strike.
all of a sudden, I take one shot. This is probably like my 10th shot at this point. Mind you, when you're at any party, there's always going to be a Dorito. There's always going to be a Rice Krispie treat. There's always going to be something that you're eating along the way. So I'm chasing.
I will never forget you with those spicy sweet chili Doritos. Like,
Joe.
like you should be banned.
I should be banned. Like, I think that like it could be put on Pornhub the way that I would fist that bag. You know what I mean?
You've been talking. Are you interested? And listen,
Tell me something.
are you interested in fisting? Because I'm just gonna say, in the past few episodes, you've been bringing up fisting pretty often.
So it's not even that I'm interested in it. It's more about like it just like kind of boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like the uncontacted peoples.
Yes.
It's like, what are they up to?
What are they doing?
What
Like
are they doing in there?
And again, like I'm never a kink shamer, so I really like if you want to do that, by all means. Maybe not to me, but like I can't even like process dairy well. So like I can't even imagine like why would you put your fist up there? Like it just doesn't like let me figure out one thing before you do the next. Like I just gotta figure it out. We're back to this party. I take my about 10th shot. I also don't digest well. And I can't imagine that this liquid is digesting. I remember. Do you remember when I looked you straight? No, like it's so sick.
it's when
not
you get
normal.
scary, when you get violent and mean.
I feel like I got almost nasty and violent, but it's weird because when I have to throw up, I usually get silent. This time though,
Andrew, the whole house got quiet. The whole house got quiet from what you were screaming. People thought someone had died at the party. Is what happened.
Do you
Wailing.
remember- wait,
Wailing.
Why was I doing that? Why was I doing that?
You were going. "Ah!"
No, what
Screw-
the fuck?
over clutching.
I do-
like
okay.
you were in labor.
Okay. Let's talk spooky for a second because I do think that there are moments that like I have been possessed, and I feel like there probably is an underlying possession that's been happening in my
Would you
life.
be interested in being possessed? I almost think it'd be a day
Why?
off for you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it would take the edge off a little bit. But I don't want to say yes or no,
Just in case one's waiting.
just in case someone's out
So what
there.
you're saying is yes.
Well,
'Cause you
what
would
I'm
just say
saying is
no.
yes, but what I'm saying is I think it already has happened.
It's been going on for a while.
So I'm wailing.
Now it's like not Snooki. You're serving Pia Toscano.
I'm serving Pia.
You're a Jersey girl. Is that her?
No, that's Antonella Barbara.
Antonella Barbara.
I'm a Jersey girl. Can I get a hey ho? You heard about me in the song about J-Lo. If you haven't streamed Antonella Barbara's Jersey Girl on YouTube, I'd give it a watch. I was wailing at this party. I'm screaming. Everyone's dead fucking silent, looking
And were
me
his
dead.
parents home?
I think his parents might have been upstairs.
And you're screaming at the top of
Top
your
of my
lungs,
lungs.
like you've been stabbed.
Like he'd been stabbed.
And what was it? What was doing it? Was it like a stomach pain?
Once you
Was
get
it
to once you cross a certain threshold when you're drunk, like I think all like everything goes out the window. Like social, like moral decor, like everything is going out the window. So like at that point I was like, was it slightly I wanted attention? Probably.
You did that for attention, you don't care if it's positive or negative.
Well, it doesn't matter because maybe it was.
What's the craziest thing you've done for attention besides this?
The craziest thing I'd done for attention.
When you signed up for the Disney College program?
That was probably for attention. I think it was also from attention from like my peers to be like, Andrew, what are you doing? And I'm like, wait, it was so funny because I was in the honors business school, whatever, and they announced everything that people were doing afterwards, Joe. And I told them I was just working for Disney, period. Working for Disney, period. We're in this room. They're like, Liam, Stanley Black & Decker, Kyle.
I'm sorry, you
Morgan
throw Stanley Black & Decker out there more times than anyone I've ever met.
It's the only stock I've ever invested in.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Kyle, Morgan Stanley, Andrew, Disney. It just had this ring to it that it stunned everyone in the room speechless.
And you were about to be a shallow water lifeguard, Typhoon Lagoon, for the Disney College program. And you went up there and took that and said, I'm working for Disney corporate.
Mm-hmm. I was telling everybody to apply for the Disney College program. Because everyone was like, I just don't know what to do like after college.
And you said, I know what to do.
I know
shallow
what to do.
Water lifeguard.
I was like, I just actually took a call with Maureen and like it went really well. I think I'm gonna get merchandise. I think I'm gonna work at a shop. That was my goal.
Why? Why wasn't your goal to play Olaf?
Because I didn't think I could character act.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
because if anything, you're a character actor.
Thank you. I thought like what I could probably do is like stack a shelf.
If anything, you're Olaf.
Yeah.
If anything, you're any character Josh Gad has ever voiced.
Yeah. You know what's a little bit crazy about the Disney College program?
I can't imagine what you could say next.
It's just like, listen, if anyone's like, no, I can't, I don't even think I can do this. But they were pretty inclusive of me saying I was a lifeguard. Because I definitely took one lifeguard course before in my life when I was in high school. And I became a certified lifeguard. And they had no idea what I looked like. And they gave me the job as the shallow water lifeguard.
You didn't like video chat?
No, I didn't video chat. It was a phone call. Then I got the update. Shallow water. Can you imagine I found shit in the pool? Can you imagine there was shit in the shallow water section at Typhoon Lagoon? What would happen?
You would have to do something.
See, that's why I decided to not work at the Disney College program. But back to the story.
Right.
Anyways, I'm like wailing. People are like, what the fuck is up with Muskie? I remember looking you straight in the face and it was almost like I felt like I saw God. I knew in the moment though that I needed to throw up. And like that was like, if I didn't make a move quick enough, I would have done it right there, right then and there.
And maybe you should have, because where it did happen was actually worse.
Well, I mean, I made it to the bathroom at least.
Well, whose bathroom?
Okay, so I got to the parents' bathroom and
how'd you get into the parents' bathroom? Into their room where they were sleeping.
Yeah, and I just like, it took a lot of paper towel, is what I'll say. So that's probably the craziest Halloween story I had. It was just like, if you are out there and you're going to a Halloween party this year, know your limits. Obviously, we're all adults. Know your limits. Talk to your friends. If you want attention, whisper in someone's ear, say, can you give me a little bit more attention?
I do kind of think that's a hack.
Yeah.
Because if you want attention, just ask for it. Don't do something crazy. Don't bleach your eyebrows.
Nope.
Like, just say to the person who you're craving the attention from, I need a little bit more attention from you.
Yep. Parents, relationship, friends, family, anybody. Just say, hey, I'm about to do something really crazy. And I won't if you give me a call.
Yes. You're kind of giving like pussied out Bellatrix Lestrange from like I almost want to say Merrick, actually.
Merrick, yeah, I definitely do serve Merrick.
You serve Merrick in the face.
I serve Merrick in the face.
You serve Bo in the head.
Yeah. I don't know if I look at you and I see like when you walk in the street out without that wig and I see you and I'm like, he's from Long Island.
Well, I give Australia.
Yeah, you give Australia. You take one look at me and you're like, Long Island. Long Island. He just got off the LIRR.
Yeah.
In the wigs, though, you do give Long Island.
You look like, and this is not an insult to your sister, but you look a little bit like your sister.
I always thought my sister looked like Selena Gomez.
Oh, you always thought your sister looked like Selena Gomez. You always did. You'd watch Wizards and you'd be like, she looks so much like my sister.
Attention. I wanted to bring it back to me and my family. I was like, she looks like my sister. And then when it wasn't my sister, I was like, she looks like my cousin Farrah.
I
do believe she looks like she's related to me. And it's
like Mexican American.
But it's fucking weird. Well, she is Mexican American. I will acknowledge that. It is weird that, like, I would say those things.
And then be like, she's so hot.
I'm honest and holding myself accountable. Like, I would have a picture of Selena Gomez up on my wall.
I would say my craziest Halloween memory is, well, not craziest, but I remember like senior year, because I was always the hoster of a party. Senior year of high school, a few parties were being thrown that I attended.
You're kidding me.
They were dry parties. There was no drinking.
Okay.
I remember going to one of them, and it was at this girl's house.
I could never forget that girl.
Yeah.
So when you go to these parties, though, Joe, are you like in your head being like, "This is pathetic," or were you like enjoying?
What was pathetic?
Like what was the food like? What was the ambiance?
It was like let's just hang out and have fun and like be kids. I remember dressing up as Jesse from Breaking Bad. And I never watched This is a pathetic thing I did. I never watched Breaking Bad in my life, but I went to the Warner Brothers studio tour in Los Angeles on a family vacation in 2013.
Yep.
And I knew that the Breaking Bad bus, the meth lab, would be there. So I like studied up on Wikipedia what the entire plot of the show was, and I told everyone I was a big fan of it, so I could properly post about it instead of like being a fake fan. And it went so deep that like my sister was a major fan of it and like watched it every single week, and I would be like, oh my god, I can't believe what happened this week to her. I dressed up as Jesse for Halloween. I bought the meth lab outfit.
You were lying to your sister?
To my own blood, to my kin, about watching Breaking Bad. I did this with a few shows, if I'm being completely honest.
Be honest. Tell me a few.
I feel like Game of Thrones, I watched a few seasons of Game of Thrones, but at one point I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. I could just keep up on Tumblr. But I remember going to this party. I was Jesse. I had a Walter White t-shirt on. I had the hazmat suit that was too tight, and it gave me a camel toe, which was a little bit slutty.
I was gonna say, like, for you, a camel toe is kind of hot because it's like you're just working with a good meat.
I'm 17 here, Andrew. I'm 17 in this story. Anything Kristen Ritter is in, I'm going to say I love. I never saw The Bee in Apartment 23. I talk about it all the time lately. I've been talking about The Bee in Apartment 23 nonstop.
The Bee?
The Bee.
The Bee in Apartment 23?
Don't trust The Bee in Apartment 23.
You have mentioned that a few times to me, I feel.
I watched like the pilot. That was enough.
What you give
is Kristen Ritter.
Is like, who was the philosopher that described God as... I'm gonna go with,
keep going with
like,
it.
Omnipotent. Is that the word?
Omnipotent.
Omniscient. Something with oms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Omnipresent.
Like, omnipresent.
Omnipresent.
The way that I view you, truly, is all-knowing. But...
well, yes.
What's interesting is what I'm learning is that you don't know shit, but you know enough.
Something I realized with you at one point recently is I was like, I don't, like, people will just like ask me things and like I just give it my best guess.
I think
happy
that's
Halloween.
I think it's a happy Halloween takeaway. That's the trick of that's the trick of the week. And the treat of the week is give it your best guess.
It really is. If you could go back in time and like rewind to one Halloween of your life, be it for the costume, be it for the experience, bring us into that moment, like take us back to the dream Halloween for you. It could be as recent as last year. It could be 10 years ago. It could be like a costume you remember that you were like, I feel like that must have been a really good year for me.
and I'm not just saying this, I do believe that like the only one that I really remember vividly was the year that we did the Flintstones. It was fun.
I remember eating pizza in your house. I remember that very vividly.
And it was nice because I feel like that's when I remember, because I didn't necessarily always have you
Right.
over my abode.
And we like played hide and seek, and like I hid in your scary crawl space in your room.
Yeah.
I was very afraid of that space.
You hid in my... That's the scariest part of my entire house.
I remember hiding in there and being scared for my damn life.
I've always been scared of that. Like,
Your
that's
little
where I
Coraline
think...
door.
Well, yeah, I think I've probably mentioned this before, but
I don't know if you have.
if anyone was to come in and like... Well, I've thought about like murderers entering my house.
And
like,
they're
on
going
the
right to the
daily.
Coraline door.
No, see, I thought that they wouldn't even know that that door led to anything. So that was in my
Oh,
mind.
it was your safety?
That was my safety because there were so many... So there's so much luggage in there.
You were going to zip yourself.
I would zip myself into a luggage. I would stay in that little space, and they would never know I was there.
Wait, this is kind of a fun subject. You were going to go into your crawl space.
Yes.
I just think the next statement is shocking. So then you were going to zip yourself into a suitcase.
Well, I know that you think that the statement is shocking, but
Contoured.
that I am extremely flexible. And especially in moments of high stress and anxiety, like I'm willing to
You could
snap
zip,
a
zap
leg to make sure that I'm not murdered. Yeah. So I have a pretty large duffel bag that I was thinking that I would put myself in.
Go into a duffel?
I would go into it because it's longer. It's longer than one of those square spaces. Well, I wish this was a sponsored ad. So I would zip myself up, or I would just like put another suitcase on top of that suitcase. I'd probably have enough oxygen to last me through a few hours.
How little oxygen would you get? It's a piece of canvas.
But yeah, no, I've thought about that.
So that would be your route.
Yeah, because where else would you anybody who's dumb enough to think to hide
In
under
your
the bed
closet?
or in your
Oh.
closet?
But I say, here I am. I'm the killer. I'm in your room.
Okay. Well,
I'm like,
it
where
seems
is
to be
it?
the trend.
I'm like, where's that kid?
Yeah.
Where is that kid who was singing Good Morning Baltimore earlier tonight? I'm like, there's a small door that I know that this kid went into.
Easy. Done.
I open up the door.
Not there.
You're in that duffel bag. You're like, you're trying not to breathe, right? You're like so scared. You hear my boots stepping in, right? And you're like, and I'm hearing you make these moaning noises.
Yeah.
But even if you're silent, I'm not going to see the ruffle of a duffel.
No. You're not going to see no rough of the duff, because I'll tell you one thing. In those moments, it is life or death. And there's about 15 suitcases in there.
Okay. But what
So
if I
now-
start stabbing each suitcase? What would you do? Now you know.
Oh my God, I'm so sick.
So now I want to take you into the situation even further.
Okay.
I'm saying, where are you, little boy? And you hear the suitcase be stabbed. And now it's going one by one. I'm like, are you in this one? And you're at the end of that line. What do you do?
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay. So, what I would do in that moment is, I think I would have to get out, scream.
Sorry, so you start unzipping from the inside.
No,
You're like,
no, this is what I would do. So I wouldn't zip the bag in the first place. The bag would be unzipped, so it could be easy access to get out. I kind of want to be like, joke's on you, fucking loser. I'm going to scare the shit out of this
I've always
person.
thought that.
Because, like, I'm in this bag. He's stabbing, whatever. He's like, nothing's happening. Out of nowhere, I'm like, ah! He's like, ah!
I've always
immediately-
thought in
I
worst
immediately-
case I would get on all fours and start running at someone.
And you've seen me like kick my leg up high too, like, and like you're not getting fucking near that. Like I would probably like, and it's gonna be. I'm assuming it's hopefully dark in there.
Hopefully.
I'm biting
What if
his
the light's
leg. What?
The light's on. Is there a light in there?
There is a light in there.
So he turned the light on.
He turned the light on. So like,
But he's still blocking the entrance. So you're biting his leg like a rabid chihuahua.
well, I would take a suitcase and I would throw it at his head.
But he's holding weapons.
I don't give a fuck if he has a knife. That knife is not gonna do shit to me. It can stab me, sure, whatever. But like, I think I have thick enough skin to take that stab. And as long as it wasn't,
Do you feel like you would survive like a 7-round stabbing?
because like, think about it. Like, he's gonna stab me, and I'm gonna have like a shot of adrenaline. I wouldn't let anyone come near me with that knife. And if he did, I feel like I would be able to take his wrist, twist it a little bit, and stab it back right into him.
I would like to see you in it. I'm not in a bad way. I
No,
would
I
like
know.
to see you in one of those movies, like in like a life or death scenario.
Do you think that there's like a reality show that could be like you're in the makings of a horror movie that you don't know is a horror movie?
Yes, Scare Tactics was a show that I used to watch religiously as a kid with my dad. It was like a hidden camera prank show where they would like take people like in a car in the desert, be like a driver bringing people places, and like one of their friends would sign them up. So say like I'm like, Andrew, we're gonna go to like Joshua Tree at like 10 p.m. at night to see the stars.
Okay.
And you're like, oh my god, like I'm so excited.
I've
I've always
always wanted
wanted
to
to see
go
the
to Joshua
stars. Like
Tree.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like let's get in this car. This driver's picking us up, and it's this driver. He's like, hello, nice to meet you, whatever. I'm your driver, and you're driving down the road, and then suddenly like they would have like sometimes it'd be like real life scenarios, like a motorcycle gang would like pull over the car and like shoot the driver and like take you hostage. Sometimes it'd be like an alien.
I
Like
need this.
there'd be like a tractor beam would come down and aliens would come at the car and like start shaking the car, and like the video it was such a scary show, and the people would be like sobbing, like screaming, being like, I'm being abducted by aliens. And it was called Scare Tactics. It's exactly what you wish to see. It exists, and I think they rebooted it, and I would love to watch it with you.
I would love to watch it with
I
you as well.
I think that's part of why I have this twisted, nasty Jeffree Star personality. I would go back to the Halloween. I would almost say my first ever Halloween party would be actually such a dream. Fourth grade.
Sweet.
I was Napoleon Dynamite. You were a hippie. It was fourth grade, I think. I just would love to see it. I remember like my mom and my aunt playing a very big role in it. I remember like my aunt telling scary stories. We built a spider web by like passing the yarn. You remember that? We would sit in a circle.
Yeah.
And you would throw the yarn across the way and build a full spider web at the end of it. That was always very fun to me. I just feel like that was a very special time. We all know the mummies. We all know the marshmallow mummies.
Of course.
We should have made one today, honestly. It's just a shame. That's a shame.
We did that last episode.
I know, but
Or last
I would love to have one last
You're right.
season.
Last season.
2 seasons ago at this point. That was season 1.
Are we on? We're on season 3.
We're
That's
on
so
season
sad
3,
and
episode.
pathetic.
This is episode 9 of season 3. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Is Bloody Mary an ally?
Absolutely.
If you could say one thing to Snooki, what would it be?
Snooki. I know that like being on worldwide television was never easy. I know it came with a lot of comments, a lot of criticism, a lot of attacks on your personal self, and
Are you projecting? Are you projecting a little bit?
Can you let me finish?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, honestly.
And like, I know that can't be easy. But what I want to say to you is that your legacy will live on for ages. You have inspired a lot of people. I would not be in this seat wearing this outfit if it was not for you.
I think that was really nice what you said to her.
Thank you,
I
Joe.
do think that she served as a model and an inspiration, and she kind of changed her life.
And I think that people like spoofed her a lot because of what she looked like and like her demeanor, and like she was like
But she kind of owned
ditzy and
it.
like whatever. She owned it, but
And she
like
provided a beaming light for so many 4'11" Italian girls.
yes.
Like, she did that. Like, she was the change she wished to see in the world.
Absolutely.
And
now
if it
she's a
weren't for
mother.
her, think about how many people would not be who they are.
Like,
And like public ridicule in a way that it wasn't like it was like online hate. It was like actual celebrities would make fun of you, and like you'd be
Yes.
brought into like events to be made fun of.
not taken seriously.
Yeah.
Just like constantly talked down to, all of these different things. You know? And she persevered and she got through it.
We should all be Snookies.
So if we can take a little bit from this episode, we should all be Snookies. But what could you say to Jenny?
I
JWoww?
have no idea who I'm dressed as. I have no idea who JWoww is. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, I love
need.
what she's done with the name. You know what I would say to her? Because probably you're Snooki and I'm JWoww in real life. Like, I would say, it's okay being the second favorite. You know what I mean?
I guess I do know what you mean, but I would also, I think you can spin it as like JWoww.
You should start writing fan mail. I mean, go ahead, go for it. Get on your pedestal.
No, to the both of you. To the both of you. I think for two friends like us, it was nice to be able, as a child, to see what my future relationship with my best friend could look like. Fun. We're kind of crazy. We're like doing stupid shit. And like, you know what I mean? Like, as a kid, looking back on that, I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What if like we panned the cameras and there was like a room of 15 people who've been working on this podcast?
Ooh.
Hey, Joe and Andrew. Ooh. Let's go to the drive-thru. We're gonna get a snack. And we'll be right back with your favorite kids. Good children.
I really do believe we have to workshop it a little bit more.
Yeah, but this is our first day working on it.
You're right. You're so right.
We went to Burger King.
And we got their new crispy chicken honey mustard sandwich.
It smells so fucking good.
And I'm very excited to eat it. Like, it's big.
It's big. It's kind of mass.
Whoa, it's big, Joe.
It's kind of Massachusetts. Look at it. I mean, come on.
Looks fine, actually. Pretty much what I was expecting.
Yeah, it's nothing special, honestly.
Chicken is pretty crispy, though.
I have so much hair in my mouth, I'm actually gonna freak out. I feel like I'm in the ring.
I feel like a broken, battered Tracy Turnblad.
Would I get this again? Probably not.
Yeah, I would say, like, if I was desperate, dire, and, like, there was only one option, I would get this. We seem to be at, like, the most packed intersection I could have stopped at, that everyone's turning on this road. Would I say that I am McDonald's or bust?
Yeah.
When it comes to Burger King?
I like Burger King's fries, though.
I think, like, people agreed with you on that. I think that's weird, though. I will say, though, when it comes to a chicken sandwich, there are so many chicken sandwiches in the game that, like, you can't compete. Like, we kind of give, like, sisters. You like Mommy's Jugs?
Andrew.
I'm sorry. You can really, really take your time to get to Burger King.
I would say don't go at all. Back to the show. That Burger King kind of sucked. Now that in the dark of day, that Burger King was not good.
Burger King, more like Burger Jester.
Burger Jester.
Flop.
Good children, to the guidance office.
Hey! Okay, we didn't plan it out anywhere past the hey, but we love you guys, and we really want to come on this Italy trip, so if you guys could please use this as an excuse to talk about it, and maybe to give us a little bump in the polls, we would love to come on the trip, because we're all fake Italian, because we're from New York. So we love you, and we can't wait to go to Italia. Ciao!
I love that the Italy trip has become the Hunger Games.
Okay, so we are working with Trova Trip. I'm very excited, especially as somebody who used to be in the travel industry. I think that, like, traveling with our listeners is going to be
I genuinely cannot wait. Like, it is eating away at me that it's not tomorrow. Like, the feeling, knowing that we get to actually meet these people in a way that is not just a passing by moment, in a way that is not just like after a show or like at some event or like, you know, like by coincidence. Like, this is like, we are gonna lock in like 25 people and say, like, we are about to spend a week together is insane.
And people have said, like, we have talked to some friends, some personal friends, being like, I can't believe you guys are doing that.
I'm like, why?
Like,
why would I not?
Obviously, we're doing that. It's so our brand to, like, want to be with the listener, and especially eat, drink wine on the Spanish Steps, go to Europe. why the hell not?
Why the hell
like,
not? Like, it
we
is
all are living.
It is like
come on.
it is like the idea of doing something like that feels like it should not even be allowed to exist.
Yeah.
Like, it is like breaking a rule of like the internet.
Yeah.
And it's like what we talk about. It's like the oomphy pandemic. Like, it is like getting to break free of like, yeah, like you listen to us on your laptop or on your phone, like on your way to work, like, and we are speaking to a void and we're hoping you're listening. Like, the idea that we could sit in the same room over a glass of wine and have an actual conversation, like, and like get to know you, and also like you actually get to know us in a deeper level. Like, I don't know, like it's something that I'm gonna write a book about. Like, I just like, it's just crazy to me,
because I think that we're also in a place where, as we continue to grow, we also want to meet people along the way. Like that trip is, I'm never gonna forget the trip for the rest of my life.
Literally, it's impossible.
I don't think that I want to. I mean, like, who's to say where we're gonna go in the future, or what we will become, or what the podcast will become? But like, the prison.
You hear me from all the way over there?
You think that I can't hear? Like, the thing about you is, like, you like to doubt my
auditory senses.
Yeah, my senses. Period.
Oh yes,
but. Let me just say one thing about these senses. They're sharper than any knife.
If I threw a book at you right now, I don't think
Cutco wishes they had these sharpest knives. But these senses, sharper than any Cutco set.
And this is hopefully the first of many of these. So if it's not the right time for you for a number of reasons, there will ideally be many more experiences like this. So don't worry about FOMO. Like, this is the goal. The goal is to create more and more opportunities to spend time with each other.
Yes.
Ideally in Europe. Or all over the world.
I want to go to Costa Rica.
You've been saying this.
Joe, let's go let's be adventurous. Let's do whitewater rafting. I know you don't want to.
No.
We'll zip line.
No, that's even crazier. The last thing I'm going to do is zip line. Look at me.
You could zip line. Like, it's going to actually wake you up.
I've been woken up a few times.
Well, you've been asleep.
I would love to go back to sleep. This was such a Halloween-themed episode. You know, it feels like so similar to when we were witches last year. Yep. I am so excited for the next couple of months. Something feels different about this. Something feels supercharged about like the holiday season. Even, trigger warning, Thanksgiving sounds amazing to me this year. I can't wait to see what we cook up next.
What we literally cook up. Because we're going to be working with like, I don't want to say who the chef is, but
it's Bethany Frankel.
yeah.
The end of the podcast.
For the Thanksgiving episode, our guest is going to be crazy. Manifesting that now.
Yeah, I'm sure De Laurentiis is not busy.
She'd love it.
Alex Werner-Shelley would slap the shit out of us. Until then, we'll see you next week for a brand new episode, or we'll see you on Patreon for the extended version of this episode. And we're going to finish these four locos, and we're going to get right down into our deepest, darkest Halloween and spooky and just disgusting stories you could possibly think of.
It's insane, but don't forget to do your homework. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, do the whole thing. Spread the word. Spread the good word to your friends. And listen, if you see us on the street, say hi.
Absolutely. If you see me at a Boy Genius concert, scream my first and last name as I'm taking a picture. I will think about it for the rest of my life.
And like, I would rather you say something
than
talk behind my back.
I have a lot of things to say then, if that's the case.
We'll get to it. And you know where to find us across all social media platforms at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella. I'm on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie.
I'm on Instagram at Joe Hegyes and on TikTok at Be Quiet Joe. And we'll see you next week. It's so crazy. Halloween is over. It's over. November.
It's crazy.
Oh. I can't wait to see what the hell I'm wearing next week. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Sipping scissor in my ride. Like 3-6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6. Like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6.
40 minutes earlier.
Did you ever have any traumatic experiences? Anything crazy happen with a Halloween party?
Should I start making shit up?
Yeah.
I will literally make up a story here.
Yeah, right now. Do it.
Do you want me to do that?
Try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say there was only one party that I specifically remember, and it was college.
Mm-hmm.
It was college. Was I home?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was there, and I never went to Loyola.
Where the hell was this party happening?
Was it not at like